legend. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. I went live this morning, just kind of like impromptu. I put my ears out of my headband. My ears was hurting. My goodness. I went live this morning, a little impromptu, while we were all, well, while I was waiting for my dental appointment. So I just kind of wanted to have like a different kind of topic because, you know, you guys, with the journal prompt topics, I like to make sure that, you know, they're clean, concise, and kind of like right to the point. While this morning I was talking, you know, kind of like a group chat conversation, but something that I wanted to publicly say. Also, part two is actually on private right now because I'm waiting for it to be uploaded to the YouTube page because I want to go back and edit the video. One thing about me is that I go back and I listen to my videos just for, you know, educational purposes and to make sure that I'm staying on, you know, code when it comes to, you know, our faith and making sure I'm not saying nothing I'm not supposed to. And in part two, I was in error by explaining some things that was in the Word of God. Though I wasn't quoting scripture, I was discussing a topic that is a biblical discussion, and I don't want to be in error at all. Though the video that I post is not, what I said wouldn't be technically going against scripture, but in the same sense, I don't even want to error a little bit. So currently right now, that video is on private until it fully uploads to the internet. And then once it uploads to the internet, then I can go in and edit that part out of the video. And then I will let the video be public again for everyone's viewership. But right now, part two of the video I did this morning is on private. It's not a mistake. It's on private because there were some things that I personally don't feel comfortable with being online and available for anyone under the sun to view. With that being said, welcome. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I am Elviria Valdez, and over here we focus on faith, wellness, personal growth, and journaling. And for the month of May, we are currently focusing on journaling about resetting our lives, getting back into the fruition of things, and kind of understanding like where we are in life. So for the journal prompts on my channel, we're going through chronicle order. So today is the 15th, so we're doing journal prompt number 15, okay? However, the journal prompt is, the journal workbook is available for free at the link in my description box. So if you like to journal, if journaling is something that you are into and you like to sit and talk and, you know, talk to yourself on a piece of paper, download the free workbook in the description box so that way you can be a part of the gang. So with that being said, let's keep on moving on. So you can definitely find that in the description box. And today is the 15th of May. So now we're getting into the third portion of these journal prompts. So as you all know, the journal prompts are kind of like, you know, going in certain seasons. So throughout the month, we have been discussing certain seasons, and I'm pulling it up because I actually closed it out, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to close it out before I actually, hey Nicole, hey Tanya, how y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming on in. So between May 1st and May 7th, that was week one, and we were dealing with clearing space. So clearing this space was about, you know, releasing the old. You know, before you can welcome in something new, you have to release what was. So you can't welcome in something new at all unless you let go of what was there that was no longer working for you. So that's what we did in week one. Between day May 1st and May 7th, we were clearing out the space in which we had. So then going into May 8th through the 14th, we started planting new seeds. So a lot of the journal prompts that we had in week 2 was about planting new seeds, welcoming, like, you got to plant the seeds. You got to clean it up. You got to clean up, till the land, clean it up, get it nice, get it ready for the fresh seeds. Now you got the fresh seeds. Now you done planted the seeds, and now we want to go ahead and move into the next phase of this, which is week 3, which starts today, which is May 15th. And it's from May 15th to the 21st. And it's about embracing the process. Now that we've planted these seeds, now these seeds need to take root. They need to sprout roots. They need to get stable. They need to let it do what it, we need to let it do what it do, right? Just like with anything in your life, when you start something new, you have to embrace the process. You got to trust the process in which everything is happening. So with that being said, that is what we're doing for week 3, which will be between May 15th and May 21st. We will be embracing the new process. Okay, so that's where we are in our workbook. You can download this for free, okay? Because I'm not going to be posting a video every day. I've been trying to, but sometimes life gets ahead of me. And I have to just kind of stay current on what day it is. So depending on the time I have in a day and what day it is, I will be, greetings Tony Nixon, greetings Bob T. So depending on the time that I have and things like that, that will determine if you get a journal prompt video from me that day. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content and the outline for today's show. So with today being May 15th, the journal prompt for today is, where in your life are you being called to trust the process? Now, I designed this workbook on April 30th. Long before today. So this journal prompt, hey sis Paulette, hey Lifeful Paulette, welcome on in, come on in. So I designed this topic last month, right? And it is so fitting today. I am doing well. Thank you for the flowers. I am doing so well, just trying to make it, brother. Trying to trust the process, like the journal prompt said. I'm so glad you're able to make a live, Nicole. Thank you so much. I know we're in a 3-hour time difference, but your support means the world, girl. Thank you. So the journal prompt for today is, where in your life are you being called to trust the process? So we're used to wanting instant results, especially in today's world and with the internet. We sometimes think that things are an overnight success, when really behind the scenes, certain things took time to come into fruition. Say for instance, this YouTube channel. When I started this and when I decided, when I first started my YouTube channel, I wasn't going to have moderators. I really wasn't. So the people that became moderators initially were the people that were showing up for me consistently. So and I didn't want anyone to be a moderator on my show and only show up to my show because they're a moderator. When I first started my YouTube channel, I allowed the sisters that were the moderators first. Those were the ones that were constantly coming to my lives or my videos and stuff and supporting me initially. So I say that to say that I had to trust the process, because initially I wasn't going to have moderators, but now I do. I have plenty now. It's like blue, 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 blue. So now I have plenty, but at first I had to trust the process and what I wanted to do and why. What was the reasoning behind it? I just use that as an example, as something that many can probably understand or relate to. Who knows? I don't know. So anyway, being that we live in a world where we want instant results and clear answers immediately, sometimes we have to just trust the process in the way things are unfolding in our lives. And today we're going to reflect on that with the journal prompt that we have, and how we can lean into more patience, faith, and peace when it comes to when we're planting the new seeds. So like a couple of weeks ago, for the past 4 weeks, yeah, past 4 weeks, or I'm tripping. For the past week, we were planting new seeds. And in this current week, we are trusting the process on the seeds that we planted. So if we are going with the flow of these journal prompts, and if we're actually using them, if we're actually listening to what Elvira is saying and not just showing up and just hearing her yap, 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 yap at the mouth, if we are actually utilizing the tools that she is providing through language, then we would know, we will be in the stage of trusting the process in the new seeds that we planted last week. So of course, I have to provide you with why this journal prompt is important, why this matters. And, trusting the process is not always an easy job to do. Sometimes we want things, like I said, we want a response instantly. And now that I'm in my faith and, I'm walking by faith and not by sight, I have to be so aware of what I am doing and how I am doing it, and I have to just sit back and let God do his thing, okay? So it means that when we are trusting the process, even though it's not easy, it does mean walking by faith and not by sight. It does mean surrendering control. It means, being okay with the unknown. And that is what faith really is. Like, being, like, now that I understand, like, faith is really about being okay with the unknown. Like, you know what, Lord? I may not totally understand why this is taking place, but you know what? I trust you, and I am okay with being in the unknown with you. So that's what it takes for sure. So, trusting the process will build your character. It will build your character. It strengthens your relationship with God. And then it also prepares you for a blessing, not just for an outcome. So while we are dealing with life and kind of going through the motions and trying to figure out if things are working out for us, hey, Sister A. Brown, while we are trying to determine if things are working out for us, we need to just sometimes just be in our waiting season and allow things to take fruition, allow things to grow, to sprout, to kind of show us that, hey, there is something happening underneath the earth here, underneath the soil, within the seeds that you have planted. So moving on to the next segment of this live, we want to reflect on different journal prompts that will help us dig a little deeper into the topic at hand. So I want us to kind of like take a pause, reflect, and the reflection will come from these questions. Where in your life are you feeling impatient? So is there any parts of your life that you are currently feeling a little impatient about, that you feel like, okay, when is this going to happen? How long do I got to wait? When is going to be the next moment for me to, take off, run off, do what I got to do, right? So think about that. Is it your career? Is it your health journey? Is it your relationships or your personal growth? Like, what makes you feel like you are just being so impatient, you're ready for the next phase, and you're not stopping until you get there, right? And then also, I want you to think about this question, which is really, really good. What is this season trying to teach you? I thought about this when I was writing this outline, and I was like, if I had to name the season in my life, what is this season trying to teach me? Is it patience? Is it surrender? Is it trusting in God's perfect timing? What is being taught to me right now? What is being taught? Am I being a little bit too eager about something, And how can you actively trust the process right now? What can you do? Me? It's surrendering. Okay. Hi, Christopher Wright. It's surrendering. It's letting go of the need of needing to prove myself, needing to explain myself, any of that. If I looked up at that sky and I see that sky is blue with white clouds, and you told me it's green with purple clouds, you got it. Okay. I surrender to whatever you say, because I know my eyes aren't deceiving me, and I got help. So if I look up and that sky look blue with white clouds, and you tell me it's green with purple clouds, you got it. I'm not going back and forth with no fool. So with that being said, I surrender. I used to be the person that would yap, 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 yap just to prove my point. Oh, you see, the clouds is white. The sky is blue. The sky ain't never been green in my life. You know, all of that ain't even worth it. Hey, John, ain't even worth it. Okay, so I've learned to surrender my need for having to, you know, say stuff, because at the end of the day, I feel like it is something that I'm not doing that. No, you know, I'm not doing that. So that's me. I am learning to surrender. Okay, if you tell me whatever you tell me, it's your world. I just live in it. So with that being said, you know, I just want to say that I feel like that is where I'm at in my life. I am not in the business of going back and forth with people no more. I ain't got time for it. Okay. So whatever you say is what you say. If I don't agree with you, I'm gonna give you the deuces. Bye bye. I see you later. It ain't gonna be nothing else after that. It ain't. It ain't. It ain't. It ain't. So, how can you actively trust the process right now? How can you actively trust the process right now? Maybe it's letting go of how and focusing on daily faithfulness. So if you just focus on one day at a time, then you will be okay with, and hey, bless, you will be okay with the process. Just stepping one day at a time, one day at a time, okay? One day at a time. That's it. You don't have to worry about 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now. One day at a time. Don't worry about the future. I know it's okay to have a vision. It's nothing wrong with having a vision. It's nothing wrong with planning for a vision. However, you know, don't get too stuck in the future. Focus on today. Focus on right now. Focus on your daily faithfulness. That's all you should be worried about right now. And then maybe so the question is, how can you actively trust the process right now? And, you know, maybe it's being grateful for small steps. Okay, sometimes the bigger picture isn't super clear. Sometimes we have to just focus on the right now and worry about the bigger picture at a later time when the bigger picture needs to be blown up. You know, once again, I'm gonna use my YouTube channel for an example. When I started this YouTube channel, I did not have a bigger picture for it. I didn't have a goal of how many subscribers I wanted to get in a year. I didn't have a goal of topics. I didn't have none of that. I just turned on my camera, driving in my car from my way home from work, where I had an hour commute. One thing, I had an hour commute. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just turn on this camera, record this video, and then upload it to YouTube. And I just kept doing that I just kept using that formula, using that formula, using that formula, using that formula, until guess what? God blessed me with my place where I'm only 30 minutes from my job now, right? First I was an hour, then I became 30 minutes away. How am I trusting? How is this going with the conversation? I'm trusting the process through all of this. I'm trusting the process through all of this. I did not know that when I started my YouTube channel, I would even have moderators. Greetings to everyone. I didn't even know people would even subscribe to my channel. I had no understanding. I did not think people would even support it. I just did it. I just said, you know what? I watch everybody else run their mouth. I'm gonna run my mouth too. And I just put my stuff on YouTube. So I just trusted. I trust the process. It's uncomfortable. It gives me anxiety. I don't know which way. Some days I don't know which way I'm going. Some days I'm going through so much stuff behind the scenes in my real life that I don't even, sometimes I feel like, you know what? I don't even need to be posting, or I don't feel like posting, or I don't want to post and I'm going through this and, you know, whatever. But then I think about the subscribers and the supporters and how, you know, maybe this video is what helps them laugh today. Maybe me being myself is what makes them um, be bigger, think bigger. Maybe this video is it. And if I don't continuously walk in purpose, I'm not doing the service that, I can only guess that I've been called to do. Because I wouldn't put myself in this position just because. Like a lot of stuff that I do is just things that come about. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, well, Elvira, you do it. And then I do it. And I'm like, okay, this is working. This is working. Let me continue to help this work. You're welcome. Bless. So it is what it is, So that's what, can we get that person out of here? See, y'all, thank you. See what I'm saying? Hey, Andrea, how you doing? Welcome, sis. Welcome. So, yes, so we got to just, test. What is it called? That is crazy. So, anyway, that is so weird. How I'm going to take somebody off of something I don't get? I don't even get it. What is you talking about? I wish I got it, okay? And for y'all that saw the comment, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not about to repeat what the comment said. But for y'all that saw the comment and that y'all can see the comment and can scroll up, it was like, sweetie, I don't even get that. I wish I did. Okay? Block them. Block them. Don't come over here playing. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Just believing, and don't block them, y'all. Don't block them. I'm just joking. Don't block them. But no, talking about, boy, I wish I did. I wish I did. Shoot, if it was $50, I wish I got that. I wish I got that. Bye, girl. So, with that being said, guys, I want you to write these thoughts down. I want you to really dive into what are you, where in your life are you being called to trust in the process? What are you being called? Where are you being asked to trust in the process? And how can that help you, expand in life? How can that help you grow in life? How can you be a better person by releasing those feelings and things like that from your world, from your inside, from the inside of you. So as always, I always want people to leave my videos with encouragement and understanding. So you don't have to have everything figured out, one day at a time. Just commit to daily faithfulness, and that will help you along the way. Also, you don't need to rush the process. Allow the process to be as it is, allow it to unfold the way it's supposed to unfold. There's nothing wrong with healthy boundaries. There's nothing wrong with understanding like who you are and being a little bit more peaceful about that, and not allowing too much clutter, too much fog within your space. You can clear things out and be clear in your understanding and in your feelings and things of that nature. And every delay is not denial. Sometimes it's protection and preparation. And that's where I'm at. That's why this is here, because I needed this for myself. Every delay is not a denial. Sometimes it's protection and preparation. It's something that is going to help you for the future. Sometimes it's going to protect you from things that could go really, really left for you. Or God sees the end and sees the beginning and the end of all things, right? So if that's the case, I don't want to go. If something happens, that's what I'm telling y'all. If something happens, I'm no longer, trying to prove a point. I'm going to say, okay, Whatever you say, unless it's coming against my faith, but other than that, I'm not going back and forth with no fool. I'm not trying to convince nobody of my way of thinking or being, none of that stuff. So God has a plan. God's plan is always greater than our own, is greater than our. Sorry about that. Somebody called and it's so annoying because um you know sorry about that. Someone calls, I don't understand how my phone is on do not disturb and it still be disturbing me. Anyway, and it's about the phone, not the person, okay? So yeah, I don't even know where I was. Let me go back to my notes. That's why they're so important to have. Okay, so yes, God's plan is always greater than your timeline, because he sees the beginning and the end of all things. And even when things start to feel slow, I know that God is working behind the scenes in ways that I can't see. So God hears conversations that I don't hear. God sees and knows what's happening before I can even see and know what's happening. So I'm not going to go against whatever's happening, because I know whatever is happening is by the will of God. Okay. So if it's happening to me, it means it's supposed to happen. And I just need to surrender to the happening and allow it to happen. So in those situations, I just breathe, I trust, and I keep showing up. I just keep showing up. That's it. That's it. That's it. Y'all see me. I just keep showing up. I just keep showing up. Just keep showing up. And over time, as I keep trusting the process, it just keeps manifesting more and more and more and more and more. Who would have known EFP and GWL would be where it is today? And it's not even nowhere near where I believe God can take it. So it's just like I just keep trusting the process, and hopefully the process keep trusting me. Okay. So with that being said, the harvest always comes after this season of planting and watering. So with that being said, let's be mindful. Let's be cheerful in these seasons where we feel like it's a drought. Okay. Like if you feeling like it's a drought, baby, I don't even want to complain, because there's other people going through real droughts, real rain, and I don't want none of that. I will take my own problems any day before I take up any one of you all's problems, okay? That's just real. Legend, stop doing that. Oh, Lord. That's why you need to record when I'm churning at school. Anyway, though, as you journal today, as we close out, and then I'll go through the comments and read you guys' comments before we close out the live. But as you all close out, I'd love for you to share either in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this on the playback. You don't have to literally answer the personal and private question. You can make a general response so everyone is not in your business, because this is the internet and there's some crazy people on here. So once again, hey Jonah, the prompt for today is, where in your life are you being called to trust the process? So I want to encourage you all to stay patient, stay faithful, and keep trusting God's perfect plan in our lives. It's hard. It's hard. That's why we got to we got to stay in the temple. We got to stay praying. We got to stay loving on God. We just got to be prayerful, y'all, in hopes that all things work out for our greater good. So let me go through the comments, see what everyone was saying. And then from there, we can go ahead and end the live. So I want to, once again, I'm going to go through and greet everyone that is here and that have said something. So greetings to Tanya Bond, Life with, hold on. Is this the beginning of it? Sorry guys, it's YouTube is being funny. It's not allowing me to go to the top of the chat. So I'm sorry about that. So anyway, greetings to Life with Paulette, Tanya Bond, John Smith, Sister A. Brown, Tony Nixon, Christopher Wright, Bob T, Bless, Andrea Hines, Sister A. Brown. Let's see. Shout out to the troll. You know who you are if you're still here. Shout out to Mercy Carr. I saw you just popped in. So unfortunately, I'm not able to go back and read any of the beginning messages in the chat because YouTube is not allowing me to do so. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys. You know, so... Exactly. Paulette said, yup, that's right. Nobody got time for that. Exactly. Whatever you say goes in your world. Just because you said it don't mean I got to submit to it. You said, Sister A. Brown, Andrea Hines says, I'm well as Sister EFP. I hope all is well with you and all the brothers and sisters in the chat. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. I'm doing well. I'm here another day in the land of the living. I thank God for that. Okay. John Smith said, you said God's plan is better than our own, and you're done convincing people. Thank you so much, John Smith, for paying attention, being on topic, bringing it back to me, rolling it back around, rewinding the tape, and letting me know where I left off at. Christopher Wright says, some people want you to sell them on it. I'm not in the business of that. If you, whatever you think it is, that's what it is. And it's so funny because when I worked in retail at the beginning of my working career, I worked in retail and I was just not that type of salesperson. I'm not about to sell you on this product. Either you want it or you don't. I'm going to tell you what it do. I'm going to tell you what it don't do. And it's up to you to want it or not. So, period. That's how I feel about it. And that's just how I feel about it. So you are so welcome, bless. You are one person that comes back consistently and you always, leave comments on the replays. You go back, you watch, you rewind, you watch, you replay. So absolutely, sister. Like I said, everyone that has been a moderator, that is a moderator currently, are people who have been consistently showing up for the channel, supporting me, and either they watch on the replay and they leave a comment or you like the video. All of those things matter to us YouTubers. Don't just think that, sending super chats are all what matters to a YouTuber. Not for me, okay? I think that it is so important to just, when people show up, like it's 12 of y'all in here right now. It's 12 of y'all and it's 12 likes, okay? That is a blessing. That is a blessing. So I take all of that. When you guys go back and leave comments, I love taking 30 minutes to an hour of my day and liking the comments and reading you guys' comments and stuff like that. The vast majority of the comments are positive. And I thank God for that. Of course we're going to have some sprinkle haters up in there, but we just delete them and keep it moving. Oh yeah, I delete and block over here. I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So, you are more than welcome. Bless. And all of the moderators here. And even if you are not a moderator, you are still well deserving. And I thank you. I just can't make everybody a mod, you know what I mean? But I do appreciate everyone that are mods. And I thank everyone for showing up for me. Tony Nixon, I'm about to make you one. Now, just because you are a moderator does not mean that you got to be here every time I go live. Tony Nixon is another one that has been supporting the channel since the actual very, very, very beginning. Tony Nixon was one of the ones that when I was just uploading, I wasn't even going live. I wasn't doing any of this. I was just uploading my videos to YouTube. And Tony Nixon was like literally going through my videos, watching them, and, you know, leaving comments, giving encouragement and stuff like that. So that, therefore, yes, he is definitely one of those people that has been here since the very beginning of this YouTube channel, which I started in July of last year. So I started his YouTube channel in July of last year, and he been subscribed since. We about to hit a year, okay? So I thank him so much for being a subscriber of the show, for sure. So, and yeah, just because you're a moderator, you don't have to be here every day. Every time I go live, you don't have to be here every day or every time, because that's just crazy. I'm not that crazy. I just want y'all to show up when you can, and if you can't show up, act in the moment when you're watching on the replay. That helps your sister. It does. It helps me. So thank you. Yeah, I already told John, thank you for keeping me on topic and letting me know where I left off at. You said EFP Media, your message today was on point. Right before I tuned in, everything I was hearing is what you said. Stop playing, John. John, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, John. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Hey, Mercy, welcome on in. Oh, you are good, girl. How's your family? How's your family holding up, you know? And over here, y'all, don't take Martin too serious, okay? You know, we gonna be all right? We gonna be all right. One band, one sound, all right? So while I got all of y'all up in here, don't take mine too serious. Just let it flow, all right? If we see a little comment that we know is too much, yeah, we delete those, okay? But we don't try to yell at people. Writing in all caps is not a YouTube violation, so don't be deleting people comments because they write in all caps. All caps is not a YouTube policy violation. All caps is not a YouTube policy violation, okay? However, it can be deemed as yelling. So if we see that someone may just type in all caps, we gonna let them be all right. We don't have to delete the comments, okay? So just make sure that people stay on topic. This is a holiness channel. This is a holiness channel. So, and that's not for my mods. Most of my mods are in holiness or some form of holiness, okay? So with that being said, I don't got to keep saying that for my mods, but that's just what we want to stay on code. When we see comments, we want to make sure people are aware that, you know, hey, you're welcome to comment, but we in holiness over here. So keep it holy. Keep it clean, okay? Keep the conversation clean. So that's another thing, okay, y'all? So as y'all are the mods, we be, yes, John, one band, one sound, okay? I know we all seen Drumline. That is a African-American classic. We all seen Drumline. If you haven't, I'm not going to tell you to go watch it now because you should have been seen it. And I said it just like that. You should have been seen it. But if you have not seen it, I'm not going to go tell you go watch that movie. But one band, one sound from the movie Drumline. So what that means is that we just govern ourselves according to how we should be, and that's how we should handle things. So let me just scroll up in these comments. Yeah, so trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I greeted Sister Carr. You said I've been sick. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry to hear that you've been sick. I'm going to definitely add you to my prayer list, sis. So thank you so much. You said, Andrea said, you got to protect your peace, Sister EFP. Amen. All of us do. All of us got to protect our peace, you know? And when we see somebody that's not protecting our peace, we got to get them on up out of here. Sister Davis, welcome, Sister Davis. Hey, sis. How you doing? I'm glad to see you so, like, gradually coming back online. I love to see it. I love it when you're here. I love it when you're modding. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Tony Nixon. And Tony, your order will be going out on Saturday because I need to actually make your stuff. So your order will be going out on Saturday. Okay, so those of you that are new to my channel, I do have a skincare line. The link to that line is in the description box, so you guys can go in the description box of this video and go to my website to buy some smell goods for both men and women. So you can go check that out over there. And then you said, I tell you, oh, so Jonah says, oh, Christopher Wright said July is a good month. Why is that, Christopher Wright? Is that because that's your birthday month? Brother Jonas says, I try to catch your lives, but you got certain times I happen to miss. That's fine. I go live whenever I feel like it. I go live whenever I feel like it, and sometimes I go live in the morning, I go live in the evening, I just go wherever I feel like it, okay? And whenever you got time, you just pop right on up, okay? You watch the replay, because see, we done been up here 45 minutes, and that just went by so fast, okay? And I gotta go. So, let's see. Sister Davis says, I tell you, this whole music is worse. Jeez. What you talking about, Sister Davis? What whole music? You must be on the phone with somebody. Christopher Wright said, I need a earthquake notification to go off when you go live. Now, Christopher Wright, now you ain't had to say all of that. You ain't have to say all of that. Now, why you say all of that? That's right, Jonah. He said, I'm just ready, though. That's right. Hey, Go-Yo. Welcome to the live, Go-Yo. Welcome to the live. Thank you. Welcome back, Paulette. Hey, Khadijah. How you doing? I hope all is well with you, sis. I hope all is well with you. Yeah, we wrapping it up. Thank you, Jonah. We wrapping up the conversation. We're going to keep all our brothers and sisters in prayer. Some of us need it more than others. But psych, we all need prayer, okay? We all need prayer. Even the ones that think they don't. Because you think you don't need prayer, you need prayer, okay? So, yeah, it is what it is, Christopher Wright. I mean, you said amen. Okay, yes, so he came out with but God bless, Mercy Card. God bless. That is a blessing. So thank you guys. We coming to an end. Anything you guys would like to say or share with your brothers and sisters before we end this conversation? We will definitely keep you in prayer, Jonah. I be praying for y'all. I really do. It's okay, Go-Yo. You came in. Your viewership was very well appreciated. You helped the channel. Y'all think we made it? Y'all think we made the how many subscribers you think we got now, y'all? We need 5. We need to get to 500. So that's the new goal. The new goal is 500. So how many subscribers you think we got it, y'all? How many y'all think we made? Because I think the last time I checked, we was at 481. So we need 500. We need 500, okay? So we want to support the channel, guys. Okay, y'all. You said, so that's where that extra strength came from. What extra strength? Anyway, y'all. All right. No problem, Sister Davis. No problem. I was about to say 483. That's probably where we're at now. So we'll see, guys. But We on the road to 500, so keep the channel in your prayers. Keep the channel in your prayers. I love you guys so much. Please like the video, share with family and friends, and I will see you all on the next video. God bless you guys. Bye.